just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
On the ready. Right. Ready.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line.
They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
It's Young off play action. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 27 yards there, a 1st down. To the right side, this is Walker. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The Seahawks at 8-1 on the year. They've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
We always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. You look at this Carolina defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is The throw, it's Lance. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man. Made at the Panthers 18. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And the Seahawks are going to have a first and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8. From the 8, they've got it first and goal. Off of play action, here's Lance. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. Touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Meanwhile, Young's throw complete there to Johnson. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 7. And now it's third down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's third and goal. Now here's Young. Flushed out right. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Ready, set.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January.
Taking it right down Broadway. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now Lance throwing on 2nd down. This one goes underneath to Walker. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A give for Walker running right. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Blue. Blue striker. Ready?
Play action. Now it's Lance. And he's got Smith and Jigba. Touchdown! Jackson Smith and Jigba. 34 yards. And the Seahawks are able to add on to that lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. To throw on 2nd down is Young. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
When you're backed up this deep, sometimes defenses sacrifice coverage for pass rush because they know you can only go so far on your pass drop. You get the back of the end zone. So they came after him. He took the shot downfield. He didn't connect. But, boy, that was force against force.
He's going to take another shot here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he's able to get it out of there. That's taken inside his own 40. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49.
Come on, set.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Well, they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Rolling to his right. Going right back to Fant. And they wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Lance now on 1st down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety.
I have to think the sooner halftime can get here for them, the better, because that first half has been rough. And that safety, it only adds to their issues. The other sideline, though, I think they're fine if we just skip the break and keep playing.
Ready up.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's caught at the 10. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 60 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. On play action, Lance escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline, intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. Now Young. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of this caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Blaster. Six. Hut, hut.
It'll be Young again. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Okay, Frank.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Young working out of the gun. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks will take over possession here up at the 44.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
On the double.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Set.
Now a play fake. Lance. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
On the ready. Ready.
Final play of the half. Young. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Ready.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Ready. Hit. Slow check.
Running left is Walker. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Let's go now. Ready.
Here's Lance. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Lance going to throw. And that is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Lance. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 15-yard line. They give them 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it. Flush to his right. And he is in for a Seattle touchdown. Trey Lance, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And he's out right at the 25. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Hustle, hustle. Slide through. Set.
On 1st and 10, Young. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They go play action. Young going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Carolina. And even 60 yards.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Young takes it on the sneak, and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Bryce Young scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Panthers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the play. Sanders is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up, it's true as they get back in it a bit here. It's now 23-10. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Here we go.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down.
Ready?
He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And they pick up the 1st down there with a gain of 4.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
And Lance now to throw.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They start on the ground here at Sanders.
And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play.
Here we go.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and a yard.
The play fake. Now Young. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Ready. Black open.
Young to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to take over here up near the 40.
Young's pass intercepted. The Seahawks take over.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Taken down at the 42.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance, and then they end up winning this game.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Noah Fant with a catch on the crossing route.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Throwing now is Lance.
Flushed out right. This is caught. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Go red. 6. Mega. Drill 3. Strike. Check. Strike. Set.
Lance on the keeper.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure about.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Trey Lance.
Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2.
Ready?
Lance going to try to throw for this.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Or are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. On play action, Young. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, Young.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Chark, 57 yards.
And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
31. Panthers 17.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Down.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't
miss it?
change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
He'll buy some time right.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes.
Brian Burns, his 2nd sack of the night.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Escaping the pressure right.
Looking deep here from Mechie.
And that's caught inside the 35. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Ready. Ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Lance.
Dancing to his left. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Shot, 17. Ready.
On first down, Lance. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
He gets this one to Mechie.
The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down.
Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, no field goal attempts for him until the final quarter, but no hesitation on his end. He comes right out and nails his first field goal try.
And give him a lot of credit, too, because he stood there the entire ball game, but has managed to stay with it both mentally and physically. When they called on him, he was ready, and he knocked it through the posts.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line.
A big play there for Carolina. 49 yards.
Ready, set.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Young will set to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Greedy Williams picks it off.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Set, ready.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So the victory here for Seattle.
Well, Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon, because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.
So for the Seahawks, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Trippin', this is easy. Got 'em excited to meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs. Wake up, get to it, and repeat. Hey, I ain't hearing nothing haters say. Let 'em talk about us. I'm in New York and we finna get